Before I begin the video, I will remind you to please click like if you like my content and subscribe to our channel, tell a friend, and more importantly, go to our website and send us your email address to become a VIP that we can send you announcements and VIP benefits that we'll think of as we go along. So thank you very much, and let's go on. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. Today I'm honored to have Dr. James Rearing to be here to work with me on a bonsai he will take home. So I think it's a good demonstration of how we make the bonsai to be consistent with the one we just did about for this week on how we implement our bonsai. And also, I think it's good to know that we can actually ship our bonsai very nicely in our cleverly designed box. So tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Very good.
Yeah, what you did, yeah.
Thank you, Milton, for the introduction. It's a great honor to be here with you today. I've known Milton for quite some time, more by reputation as being a legend in the field of photonics and semiconductors. So it's great to be here doing something different than semiconductors and doing bonsai. So as Milton said, I've been in the photonics and semiconductor industry for about 25 years now, starting in Santa Barbara and then working in a company that we started as a spin-out of UC Santa Barbara. And then about 4 years ago, we sold the company to a big Japanese company. And so I've had the honor and pleasure to do a lot of travel in Japan and admire great bonsai overseas. So this is the first time I actually get my hands on something, and I'm really excited about it. And again, just fantastic to be here with Milton today.
Okay, so without further ado, what I want to do is to show you what we do. So we grow these trees from seedling or cuttings. In this case, in the early days, most of the trees we started with seedlings. But now we're doing very selective cutting material that are highly desirable from my collection, and so they will soon be available. So early on, I did a video to show you how we do our bonsai kind of verbally, how we make our bonsai for sale, and then how to maintain them. Now I would like to work with James to show you how we implement the bonsai so that you can see how we implement it and you can implement your own following what we do. So we grow them in these growing pots, and then we take them out and put them in bonsai pots. And so this one I actually pull out of a bonsai pot. So when you pull out of the pots, we actually shake out most of the dirt so that we can use a little bit extra care in our mix. In the bonsai growing pot, it doesn't matter because there's plenty of soil. But in a bonsai pot, it's shallow. We got to be much more selective in the blend that we use so that it retains moisture more and fertilizer and so forth. And so what we do is that the tree, the way we grow them, the roots are spread out. There's no tangled roots, so they look nice like a powerful old tree grasping Mother Earth. And then what we do is that we put a roots pruning screen. In this case, it's nothing more than a mosquito window net. And we put them under into the bonsai pot to line the bonsai pot. So when the roots grow through the mesh, they get pruned. And so what's remaining, whatever gone through, there's not much left because it got girded. It doesn't really wind around the pot to cause root bound. Root bound means the root fuses into the bottom of the pot, all fused together, become a solid rock, wood.
And can no longer get
no
any
longer
water.
go water. Yeah, yes.
So a question for you: when you pull the plant out of the pot, and the roots are growing down into the pot, do you have to cut any of the roots off?
Well, what we do is that we are very careful when we put it in the bonsai pot. We actually cut off the big roots already.
Okay.
So whatever that came out are fibrous roots. But occasionally there will be long roots growing. They just won't grow fast. Then we cut them off to fit.
Got it. So
Yep.
you cut them twice. You cut them before you put them in the bonsai pot?
Yeah, and then, when you
again.
put it in the pot. But the other thing is, if I want this tree to get to that size trunk,
Okay.
I progressively move into bigger pots. So every time I do that, I kind of prune it back a bit.
Okay, bigger, the deep pots. You go into
Bigger
deep
pot, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Before you go into the flat pot.
Right.
And what is this pot called?
This is the Yixing bonsai pot.
Yixing, okay.
Yixing is a city, right, about an hour drive from Shanghai.
Okay.
And they are renowned for centuries for their purple clay.
Okay.
And just to brag a little bit about our pot, if I hold it up like that, ringing, that's a mechanical structure.
Yep, yep. Yep. It has a resonant frequency.
Yeah, yeah. So these are, it will not break, whereas
Wow.
ordinary terracotta pot, you bump into it, it breaks. You can bump into a wall, it will not break. And so,
Wow.
and of course, even Yixing have multiple grades. They may come in beautiful glaze, but, easy to break.
Yeah.
So we choose the best, traditional so-called purple sand, which is clay, purple clay pot that are very, very desirable. Retain some moisture, but not really. Really counting on the soil.
Just so to make sure I totally understand, so the low flat pots, this is an Yixing pot, are all bonsai pots that are low and flat like this Yixing pots, or is this just a particular brand, Yixing?
No, Yixing is a city,
Yep.
a little town, and it's known for its clay, and it's actually mostly known for its teapot.
Okay.
A little beautiful teapot that can cost thousands of dollars if it's done, really carefully with craftsmanship, and also figurines. But they have making these pots for a very long time. They come in various shapes, forms, and then some are deeper, some are not. And in fact, for a tree to simulate, to me, a bonsai tree is actually to simulate nature. You walk into a pasture with one single long, lanky tree growing tall. You kind of want a shallow pot to show the span.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have a very shallow pot with a little tall trees like that, and you see that in Japan,
Yep.
right? But it's very difficult to keep the soil moist
Yeah.
because it's very shallow.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it's not like you take a tree and put it in a shallow pot. You put it in a deep pot,
Yep.
okay? And then when you're ready to go in the shallow pot, you don't cut off the bottom that much. You put it in the shallow pot and you smooth it out.
Spread it kind of.
Yeah, so it's actually a hump.
Huh.
It retains plenty soil, but it's an illusion. You don't see that. You see the shallow pot,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of soil in it and give you the feeling of the span.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, so this, I think it's a balance between a very shallow pot and appropriate to the trunk of this tree. And this tree, there's a simple rule. John Aka, the father of bonsai in America, proposed, which makes common sense, is that you try to make the depth of the pot approximately the girth of the trunk.
Okay.
To give a feeling that it's about right. Proportion. And so what you do is in this case, we have far less soil. You put it back in here. And what you want to do is that you want to look at the tree to say, which is my front? Mm-hmm. In the sense that we want to put our best foot forward.
Yep.
Right? And so I think this is the front because it gives you a little bit of an angle to give you some depth, right? So if you look at it this way, you see some depth. You see that?
Yep.
And so I think this is the front and this is the back. With the back then, what I will do is that I will remove a little bit of soil in the back so that I can shove it towards the back.
So you want to position further towards the back of the pot.
Yeah, to give it the illusion of a span. And you also provide some asymmetry. I already talked about create the depth by turning the right angle. You don't want everything in the plane.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that you introduce asymmetry by putting it about 1/3,
Yeah,
2/3.
I noticed that. It's not centered.
And then this is a little bit back, this is the front, so that it will look more pleasing to the eye. And it's more pleasing to the eye. You don't know that, but it causes eye movement when you look at it. And that's pleasing. And nature has trained you that way.
Yeah, I think because your natural intuition is to expect it to be centered.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so when
yeah.
it's not centered, you study it more and really look at it.
You got it, right. So then what you do is that it's really essential you press the soil into the edges and into the bottom. What you don't want to do is have crevices in the bottom. You don't mind to be a little bit up because you can always adjust the top. So you push the soil in to make sure there's no voids. So this soil that we use, I already took it out of a pot. It's actually 1 part sandy loam and 1 part our proprietary organic mix that retains moisture and fertilizer, and then perlite for goodwill, good measure, to give it more air. Basically, a tree needs a soil to hold it. It needs air for roots to stay healthy, and it needs fertilizer and water. And water is very essential. If we don't drink water for a week, I think we are in deep trouble, right?
For sure.
And if we don't drink water all the time, we dehydrate, right? So for a tree, it dies. And so for the bonsai, this pot is shallow. You have to remember to always keep the soil moist. When you get it home, water every day, and you can look at it as a chore, but you can look at it, oh, what a relaxing after day's work, right? So it's not a chore. But the problem is that when you water it, and one afternoon it dries out, and the root ball shrinks, and the water runs out of the side of the pot. The root ball doesn't get water, and so they will die.
It's almost like becoming root bound in place.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And so what you do is that you soak it. Just get an aluminum tray,
Okay.
or get a takeout food tray. Sometimes they're big, and you can do it so you can poke a hole on the side of the tray. That's that much above the bottom of the pot.
Okay.
So when you water it, water sit there for a few hours, gets absorbed. It will never dry it out.
Yep.
And if you skip a day of watering, it's no big deal. And if you go on vacation for a week, put in a deeper pan, let it sit in the water for a week.
So aluminum foil pan, put it on the outside of the pot, poke a hole about halfway up the height of the pot, and it will stay watered.
Yeah, you got it. Now, there is the myth. There are so many myths that are half-truth that people live by. Like, how often have you heard, don't overwater your houseplant?
Often.
You drown them.
Yeah.
Totally untrue. All the houseplants love water. You water every day, they thrive.
Yeah.
But if you let it sit in rancid water, it rots.
Yeah.
So never, always let it dry out from time to time. And the same with the bonsai.
Okay.
You can soak it a week or two, go away for even a couple of weeks, but make sure it dries out afterwards so water doesn't turn bad. So with that in mind, then I'm putting the soil back.
So
These
drowning the plant is a myth. It's all about if you just over soak it and the water goes bad, then
that's
you can kill
exactly
the plant.
it. And I have succulents. These beautiful succulents you can buy, they're very popular now. They're growing like crazy. I water them every day.
Yeah.
And they tell you they like on the dry side. No, they can survive on the dry side, but they don't love it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a tourist,
Yeah.
It's funny how we are so gullible,
Conditioned.
But it's the half truth I figured out. I make such a big deal. I figured out I make it the truth.
Yeah.
And then you think it's the truth. It's not.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. We got a lot more going on. This is about halfway. Please click like if you like my content, and subscribe to our channel, tell a friend, and more importantly, go to our website and sign up to become a VIP for goodies.
Someone's got change
debunk
it
it.
up and try something different.
That's right. And then, and I always add, don't take what I said verbatim or believe in what I say. Go try it out.
Yeah, experiment.
Because your situation is different from mine, right? Now, so this tree is not really been in here for very long, although it has been in here very long, but I took it out to show you the demonstration.
Yeah.
And so what you have to do is that when you get home, I don't want to be too wet. What you do is you press it down, make sure underneath of it, which I did, and then you press it down so that the water will not run out of the side. It will stay, will stay in the side to go below.
Yep.
And just water it well, and it will be in great shape. And when you get home, like this tree is not quite straight, so you straighten it out a little bit and push the soil in. Then the tree will look right. And what you do is that you clip it. I don't like to use chopstick because they poke holes and break roots. Mm-hmm. But I just push them down, push the roots in basically. And then you water it, you do a little bit more pressing, it'll be perfectly compacted.
So Milton, this is an elm tree, right?
Yes.
And did it come from your backyard, or where did it come from?
Well, I bought seedlings and then grew them. And in fact, these are very good seedlings. I'll say good 50% of them will turn bright red in the fall. Wow. Not all of them, because seedling have variations, whereas most elm turn yellow. And so these are very desirable elm. The leaves are pretty small. And what you have to do is that when you get home, there's no hurry. You remove some of the brown leaves.
Okay.
And then you say, let me adjust this tree to look right. It's kind of crowded. Too many branches crowding to each other. I'd rather like to enjoy so what you do is you pull off or clip off the redundant branches. So I think what you should do is that you should, I may not have orient the proper, yeah, that's not bad.
What were you thinking, that the other side should be?
Which is the front, yeah. I think this branch going back a little bit is good.
Okay.
So now what you do is that you begin with the apex, the top.
Uh-huh.
And then you work your way down. So a tree generally, a deciduous trees kind of round the top. In the beginning, they're kind of like point the top and then gradually round off with time. And then they come out like that, right, generally. So that's a rough outline you want to do.
So we're trying to mimic a full-grown tree.
Always mimic a full-grown tree as you envision it to be the perfect tree.
Wow, okay.
Right, so that becomes your ideal tree.
Okay.
Right next to your computer.
Yeah.
And there's often asked question, can I keep my bonsai indoor? All plants can be kept indoor. None of the plants can be kept indoor permanently.
Yeah, they need to have some sun.
Yeah. If you buy a house plant, if they tell you it's an indoor plant, it's sort of halfway true. You can keep it in because they're tropical and they can grow in shade. So you can grow indoor for several months. But then they get lanky and buggy, and even ficus, you have to take them out.
Yep, yep.
Right?
In our house, we do that. Every plant in our house, we have to take it outside for a couple of days, water it, let it breathe in the sun, and then bring it in. Even if it's a big pot that's very heavy, we have to lug these around.
Well,
the
you're
house.
a big guy. So now what you can do is that when we work on a detail, we tend to forget about the big picture. Even when you run companies.
The forest and the trees, right?
You bet. So what you do is you do a rough clipping real quick. I don't believe in this wiring thing. It takes so much time.
When you say the wiring thing, you're talking about the kind of common practice of wiring.
Yeah, wiring the tree to bend it to shape.
Yeah.
And if I really think a very natural way for an old branch to grow, as they get older, they are bent by its own weight. Mm-hmm. So you can simulate that. When a branch that's going like this, you say, I'd rather be that.
Yeah.
You pull it with a guy wire. So it comes out very natural.
Yeah.
Rather than take a wire and bend it and bend it and bend it. you know, if you're very skillful, I think you can pull it off. But
Yeah.
in most of us, it looks really bad. And then you forget about how to remove the wire, and then it's all killing the tree. You know, not hurting the tree anyway.
You were just saying though, the idea is to make it look like a natural tree in the
Yeah.
wild, right? But just miniature. And so as soon as you start putting wires on it, it kind of defeats that goal.
Yeah, just imagine how exciting it is to keep a heritage tree in your. Imagine the heritage tree that you really love as a young man, growing up in your farm or in your city, and now you can duplicate that and to put it next to your computer to be inspirational. And one of the benefits I point out about bonsai is that it's a great tool to work with your children. How many children do you have?
Three daughters.
Well, you know, I just did two video with two of my granddaughters.
Okay.
And I'm doing one video with my grandson next week. It's a great way to share your value system with them.
Yeah.
Nowadays, kids spending too much on social media, but now you teach them to be environmental conscious,
Yep.
to be green, to be responsible,
Yep.
to take responsibility, caring, long-term thinking, detail-oriented, all the good things, patience.
Patience. Yeah.
Yeah, all of the good stuff. And instead of beating it into them like what they said about Tiger Mom, you do it naturally,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So
So
now
true.
I can do as much time, spend as much time as I like on it. But in the meantime, can you visualize this is a tree that's
Yep. It looks
All-
a lot more natural now.
right, and then it will grow back to be about like this in a couple years. It's your tree.
So how often do you have to trim it? Like, is there such thing as overdoing it?
Well, you can, when the tree is mature, when they grow out a little wrong shoot, it kind of looks bad, you cut it. So you can do it all day long, right? But for younger trees that are growing, you want it to grow out and to form its natural shape, and then you modify to suit.
Okay.
You don't force it by wiring and so forth. So I recommend, like this tree, it's a young tree, I would say under 5 years old.
Okay.
You take it home, you water it well, put it in the full sun, and clip it every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Like this tree will look growing quite nicely in a month. Or, you know, in 3 months, it'll be probably this tall. You got plenty time to clip. And then you can go in and clip the crowded,
Yeah. To
Like-
thin it out a little bit.
yeah, like what they said is that you want to visualize birds can fly through, so you can see the trunk structure,
Oh, yep. Yep.
right?
Yep.
And so, anyway,
So tell me, 3 months clipping, watering every day, keeping it in full sun. What about changing the pot? Maybe going into a bigger pot.
I don't think you will need to do that for very long, because in Japan, for example, they take great pride, a little pot, a big tree,
Big little pot,
to
big
show their
tree.
skill, right?
Okay.
Because in Japan, bonsai is more of a craft. You follow the rules. And so it's take the pride in their craft. Whereas I'm saying it's art, who is to say the pot is too small or too
Yeah,
big, right?
okay.
But do what's comfortable. I don't think you need to change this pot for another 2 or 5 years.
Okay.
It will look very nice because the ramification will grow, the branches will be more branching, more like a mature tree. So that's what bonsai is all about. It's not about a contorted Asian thing, you know?
Another question. So besides the water in the soil, any fertilizer or anything we need to treat with?
Well, yes and no. Obviously, that's always good, right? And so you have Miracle Grow laying around for your house plant.
Yep.
And given that's very shallow, half the concentration, maybe
Dilute it.
twice the frequency,
Okay.
right? And in the summer months, growing months, less and less it gets cool off, and no fertilizer in the winter time.
Okay.
What I prefer to use, actually the easiest thing is to use inexpensive tool, is chicken manure pellets you can get from Amazon. It's dry little pellets, no smell, very clean. Wear glove if you like, spread it about 1 per inch.
Okay.
And you do that once a month in the summer months. The other one really good thing to use is like slow releasing pellets, right? They can last 3 months at a time.
Okay.
And so, but don't over fertilize it because it's got plenty of nutrient left, especially in the soil mix that we use.
Okay, the proprietary blend that is in the soil.
Yeah. You can see how well it's resilient and it's compressible and just all the. We've been playing with it to optimize for a very long time.
Well, this is fantastic, and I really appreciate all that I've learned in this lesson. And we will put this in our house, and we will take care of it, and hopefully we'll add to this collection.
Yeah. And one other thing is that when you get home, wipe it out with a damp cloth.
Okay.
And then what you do is you spray some cooking oil on it, and you wipe it. It was shiny, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, and WD-40 is fine. Anything oil-based. Yeah.
But it has to be in full sun.
Yeah, you can be partial shade. I think morning sun is just as good if that's a hassle. Less of a risk. It should be fine. Less vigorous, but it's plenty healthy.
And so if I wanted to do more of these at my house, I can order them through...
Hey, I love it. I need to stay in business, I didn't really start to make money, but I want to promote it as a great hobby. But if I'm doing it, damn it, I got to make it a good business,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
I just want to give you an idea how the tree comes in when you order a tree from us. Like this tree is a little bit tall, but it's okay, a little bit squashed. It doesn't matter. But the ones we ship you will not be like that. But this one is a little oversized for the one that James picked. What we do is we slip this over it, right? And then we push it back in. Well, James, I hope you enjoy this bonsai. It comes to you like this. I'll actually ship it since that saves you time checking in and all that. You're in a rush to catch the plane. And when you get it, just cut the tape and open it up, and you got it.
I look forward to getting it, receiving it in Santa Barbara, and enjoying it for many years to come.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.